Hey guys, DashingSceptile here, and welcome to our EDC, the Everyone Draft Community Draft Analysis. This is EDC's first ever Wi-Fi division. Shout out and thank you to Fist and Burning for inviting me to this league, and let's have an amazing time. I personally love the draft that we drafted. I love the thing that we drafted. But before we go into that, make sure you leave a like, comment below, and subscribe for more Pokemon Draft League content. And while you're there, make sure you check out the rest of the coaches below. But yeah, that all said, let's start our team. So, 15th out of 16th pick, so we basically had bottom wheel, which was fine. I wasn't honestly against bottom wheel, but we were bottom wheel. So, what did we pick? With our first pick, I got a Terramon that I really wanted to try out, and that is none other than Terra Tornadus Therian. Terra Torrenti gives us a lot of options. It has amazing bulk with 79 HP, 80 defense, and 90 SPDF. With its base 121 speed, it can outspeed a lot of threats, and it has good offenses in base 110 special attack and base 100 attack. It does not need to run max speed each matchup, so it can afford to run a lot of bulk investment, and most of the time I may not even need max special attack. I can just go max speed, max HP. But this one's amazing. It has Regenerator, which is the best ability in the entire game. It has access to Terra Blast with any Terra type, which is great. Like Terra Fairy is amazing, Terra Water, Terra Flying for Terra Blast if we want a 100% accurate flying move. This thing gets access to so many good things, and I can't wait to use it. It gets moves like U-Turn to pivot out with Regenerator. It gets Taunt, Knockoff, and it can just prevent you from making any progress throughout the game. This mon is very good, and I cannot wait to use it in this season of EDC. Our next mon that we decided to go with. So, we have Torrenti. What's his best friend? Well, if you guess G-King, you are correct. So, Simon the G-King. This is looking similar to WPF, but don't worry, this is all the Regenerator we have, because someone took Alomomola round 2, which was wild to me. That was just wild to me. So Aloe won round 2. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna scratch the regen spam plan, but let's talk about G-King. So it gets Future Sight. It gets Chilly Reception to pivot out with Snow, which we will talk about Snow later on in the draft. It gets access to like Psychic. It gets Flamethrower for the steals. It gets like Toxic Spikes, which can be very useful. Also gets access to Toxic, which is very nice, and also gets like moves like Psychic Noise or Eerie Spell, which can go through sub, which are very good. And this thing can just pivot out, and it also has Regenerator, so it can gain HP by just pivoting out. Assault Vest is really good on this mon, along with Torrenti. AV regen sets are just amazing on any regen mon, just pivoting out and just regaining your HP as you pivot is great. This mon also gets Trick Room, but I doubt we're running Trick Room any week. This league we have Thunder Wave, which can slow down the opponent. And yeah, G-King just has a lot of good moves. And I'm honestly happy that we have G-King. It gets like some like Flamethrower, Ice Beam. It gets but the main thing is Chilly Reception to pivot out, and Slack Off to get HP back if we are using this as a defensive check to something. Like for example, Iron Valley, we need Slack Off so we can beat that 1v1. But yeah, that is G-King. This mon loves resist berries like Cobra Berry and more. So that's G-King, and I decided this round. So it went back up, then it came back down to me, and I was wondering, what's a good mon to use? So I thought of Blaziken. Now, this mon, I have never used it in Draft League. I want to see how it does. It's pretty good with it is allowed speed boost as an ability to use. It is allowed speed boost. It has access to moves like Swords Dance, Bulk Up. It can run Earthquake for like some fires that it can't really touch. It has Close Combat and Flare Blitz for its main stabs. It has Poison Jab for some fairies we can't touch, like for example Dock Spun, for example. It has access to U-Turn, Will-O-Wisp. So this thing can honestly do a lot of things. It has Knockoff too. Blaziken has a lot of utility and a lot of offensive power. It has 120 in its attack, 110 special attack, 80 speed, but that's not a problem because speed boost. We can just creep to surround me on +1 speed and then just protect to get a free speed boost. This thing does not get Drain Punch, which is very sad. If it got Drain Punch, it would be honestly amazing, like insane. But it's fine. This Mon is very one-dimensional, I think. So I am honestly excited to see how it does for our team. So, yeah, Blaziken is a really cool Mon. I haven't used it yet, so I wanna put it through the fraudulent test. Is it actually a fraud? Is it not? I don't know. But yeah, that's Blaziken for you, and yeah. Our next Pokemon is my favorite defensive water type in this generation, and that is Milotic. Milo's great. This one is amazing. It has Scald, it has Flip Turn, it has Recover, it has Ice Beam, now it has Alluring Voice for like Urshifu Rapid and stuff. Flame Orb, Marvel Scale is amazing. Flame Orb, Marvel Scale, boosts its defense when it's hit by a stat condition. It has Flame Orb. Flame Orb is my favorite set, but lefties are also good, and like Rocky Helmet and some matchups as well are good. And this thing gets amazing moves. It gets Scald, like I said before. It gets Recover. It gets Light Screen. I doubt we will use that. It gets Dragon Tail, which was a very good move for it because people may try to set up on it. It has Dragon Tail or Haze. So one of those two options are very good for Milotic. And yeah, Milo's amazing. I love this Mon. This Mon's honestly my favorite bulky water in all draft leagues, Milotic. Because it just never dies. This Mon never dies. So yeah, that's Sakura the Milotic. It's just a defensive water with Flip Turn. I am most likely never running Hypnosis because I hate sleep. Mirror Coat can be a good tech for some matchups, but yeah, this is Milotic. I'm honestly happy that we have Milotic. This is my favorite water type to use defensively. It's just so reliable. But yeah, that's Milotic. It's just so good. So then that's Milotic. Amazing water type. And then our next Mon is going to be our Steel type. And in my opinion, it's the best Steel type that pairs with Torrentine and G-King. You may remember it from WPF once again. Tinkaton. Tink. This thing's broken. Has Rocks, has Knockoff, has Thunder Wave, has Encore. Gigaton's amazing. This thing can run Swords Dance if it wants to. It gets good moves like it gets Dual Screens. It gets that's basically it. It gets Dual Screens. Knockoff, which is amazing. Rocks are good. It gets Foul Play, I guess. But yeah, it gets Encore. It gets so many good moves. So honestly, Tink's great. Tinkaton is so great. This thing is honestly amazing, and I can't wait to use it. Tink's just a good defensive Mon, and yeah. But yeah, it has good Spadef in 105. It's pretty weak, but it's not here for damage really. It's here for utility. With Knockoff, Encore, Rocks, Dual Screens, like Reflecting Light Screen, Steel Beam to possibly just get off of the field so we can have other Mon sweep. But yeah, Tinks is here. It's a good fairy and a good Steel type. It's honestly the most reliable Steel type in this generation, in my opinion. But yeah, that's Tink, and yeah. So, let's move on to our next Pokemon. Now, I wanted some more offense. So basically, I wanted another flying type because Tornadus is not going to be a flying type most of the weeks because of Terra. And I wanted a ground type No, it's not a Gliscor. That would be way too insane if we could get Gliscor. But we got a Mon that I'm honestly happy we got because it has so much power for our team. And that is Landorus Incarnate. Now this thing is funny. It has Life Orb Sheer Force, which basically Sheer Force gives us a power boost to a ton of our moves, while we take 0 Life Orb recoil. So if we click Earth Power, they won't know if we're Life Orb or not, which is great. Like this Mon gets Earth Power, it gets Focus Blast, it gets Grass Knot, which does not boost it, but it gets Psychic, it gets Rock Slide, Sludge Wave, and it can run Physical too, but with Swords Dance, and Earthquake, Stone Edge. This Mon's very good. It also gets Stealth Rocks, so it can be very good. I am a really big Landorus Incarnate believer. I personally think Lando I is better than Lando T this generation, but that's just me. Yeah, because Lando I has so much more power. 125 physical attack and 115 special attack. But the bad news for us is this is one of our fastest speed tiers because we have 121 to 101. Not a good speed gap, but it's fine. You guys will see later that it's fine. Landorus, this thing's great. This thing's honestly a very good breaker. And since he lost Rock Polish, which F in the chat for Landorus losing Rock Polish, we can now run Substitute more freely because instead of sweeping the game with Rock Polish, you can force more than one kill and get a second kill for free, which is great. Because they have to break your sub. And also, this thing has Calm Mind, and that's applied for boosting options, which is crazy. But yeah, that's Landorus. This mod is very cool. I used it in YCL, along with Torrent and G-King, unironically enough, and it did tons of work, along with Ting-Ton. That's so crazy. How do I have 4 of the same mods from YCL? Torrent, G-King, no. I did not have Torrent, I had G-King, Tink, and Landorus. Because I sniped the Torrent guy, and I had Roaring Mid. You imagine me having Roaring Mid, could not imagine that again. But yeah, that's the Landorus. And now, our next Pokemon. I wanted a Mon that can deal with Ghost types. I do not want to be forced Terra Dark or Terra Normal 20 for Ghost types. So, we got a Mon that fits my team pretty nice. It gives me a good defensive check. Because right now our defensive Mons are G-King, Milotic, and Tinkaton. So I wanted one more. And that is our next Pokemon, Moonlight the Umbreon. This thing is unironically pretty good. It has Toxic back, which is great. If you want to sub on it, it has Roar. If you want to trick it and I trick it, it's annoying, but it still gets Baton Pass. It has Wish and Protect. It has Foul Play. Has moves like Snarl to beat some special attackers. Like for example, Spectre. I could beat that with Snarl because it beats Sub CM and more. Like this thing gets Roar to phase you out and take Hazard Chip, and this thing gets Taunt and like Thunder Wave, which is brand new this generation. Steel Wave Umbreon's amazing, and Toxic Umbreon's amazing as well, and synchronizes its main ability, so if Umbreon gets Toxic, you get Toxic as well, which is great. But most of them be used for burns or paralysis. But yeah, Umbreon's very good. It gives us a good Spadef pivot into our Mons. Like, it gives us a good pivot in general, Fizdef or Spadef. Because it has 110 Fizdef, 130 Spadef, and 95 HP. Which is crazy. Just wish Baton Pass into Torrentee, Blaziken, or Landorus, heal them all up, and then rinse and repeat. This is what Umbreon can do. And that's Toxic, which Toxic is amazing on this team. Especially for some defensive mons that we just can't beat, we need Toxic for. Like, Umbreon's great for that. So yeah, that's Umbreon for our team. It's really good, and I'm happy that we have it. It gets moves like Throat Chop, and like tons more moves that... And honestly, I haven't ever used Umbreon. So it's gonna... I used it once in SCDA, and it was okay. But that was pre-DLC. So honestly... I'm excited to use Umbreon and I'm honestly really excited to use Umbreon. Our next Pokemon is, unironically, a very big glue piece to my team, and that is Lightning the Regieleki. Now, you may call me crazy. How is this a glue piece? Let me break it down for you. It has Rapid Spin, so I can remove hazards. If you go into your Ghost type to try and spin block me, I can Thunderbolt you and do 50. This Mon has Volt Switch, so I can pivot out. This Mon has Extreme Speed, if I need to be even faster. This thing has access to like fast Thunder Waves, and like fast Electro Balls, fast Thunder Waves. But another main reason why we have it is it has Reflect and Light Screen. It has dual screens with Explosion, so it can just go boom after I get screens up with Light Clay, and its speed tier is very important. Base 200 is very good. So like Regieleki, it had its main purpose is this game. Its main purpose is on this team. Fast dual screens, fast T-Wave, go boom, and like just strong electric attacks, and forcing my opponents to bring their ground types, or else they will lose this. So honestly, Regieleki is very good. I am honestly happy that we have Regieleki. I honestly haven't used it, and it fits this team pretty nicely. And then leads to our last Pokemon. So, remember how I talked about snow, right? What do you do when Reshiram and Zekrom are sick? You cure them. Ha ha ha. So originally I had backs on the plan, but I realized I was 1 point over budget if I got backs, and Kyurem was 1 point right below backs, so I got Kyurem. This thing is very good. It has access to Dragon Dance with Loaded Dice, Scale Shot, Icicle Spear sets. It has access to special sets with Earth Power, Ice Beam, Freeze Dry, Draco Meteor. Unfortunately, it lost Roost, but still has a lot of good moves. Like, this thing for some reason gets dual screens. Why? Why does this get dual screens of all things? But yeah, this thing honestly is very good. It has access to just so many good moves, and honestly, it's very good. And like we can go with our Snow with Slowking, and a Mon with base 125 HP, 90 defense, and 90 speed def can get a defense boost in Snow. Kinda crazy, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that is our team for EDC, Ignite. So yeah, our team, as you guys see on the left in front of you, is Tornado Starion with Terra, Galarian Slowking, Blaziken, Milotic, Tinkaton, Landorus, Umbreon, Regieleki, and Kyurem. I tried getting a second Terra Cap, but honestly, I have 0 points right now. So honestly, I think it was fine to not get a second Terra Cap, and plus Torrentee can just be a very good Terra Cap each game. So yeah, that's what we're hoping for. This team is honestly one of my favorite teams, and I think this is the dream team. This team can go far, and I'm hoping to win it all with this. I think this team has what it takes to win it all. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video and this team draft analysis. That's gonna be it for me here. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, my Sceptile squad, and to everyone else that's watching, thank you, and have a good day.